Divine Wild Pack, it's Bernadette, and I'm here with your Pick a Card Tarot reading for Saturday, June 26, 2021. In full disclosure, I'm filming this on Friday afternoon, and if you were around for the live tarot readings this morning, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I don't know how much reading I did, but I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. But even though there wasn't a volume of readings this morning, the animals that came through and the cards that came through for particular people and situations or like groups of people, man, that was no joke. And that energy carried through the afternoon. And so Spirit was like, yeah, you should go ahead and do the Saturday reading while you're still in the flow of it. And I was like, okay, I'll do exactly what you tell me to. So let me just get some housekeeping done and we'll talk about this because it was cuckoo crazy go nuts. And that housekeeping is, if you like the free content that we produce at my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the little ringy dingy bell thing and get all the alerts. Please be sure to give a thumbs up for this and every video that you love. And also for the videos that you love, the messages that you love, if you would kindly share it with your friends, family, neighbors, social media, give it to your dog, right? Just have your dog subscribe. What I'm really trying to do, let me just tell y'all what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to get like tens of thousands of people to the channel, because the more people that know about the animals, the more people that connect with their animal spirit guides and with nature and with shamanism, what a wonderful world it would be. Down, down, down. So really help me in that effort, right? It's a movement. Only I won't ask you to sign a petition. So, moving down. I've never gotten a message like this before, so I'm just going to tell y'all straight up. I don't even know. Oh, this is just so much going out on a limb as a reader. It really is. But you heard it here first, and I'm going to do it because I do what the spirit animals tell me to do. And here's the story, y'all. Today culminated with a reading, and I have permission. I can't, obviously I don't have permission to tell this person's story or their name or whatever, but to talk about the spirit animals that showed up for this person and why. Never before, potentially never again. But here's the story, no joke. And then I'll tell you how we got there. This morning was just full of, if you weren't there this morning, shame on you. I'm just kidding. If you were there this morning, I love you. I love you. Da-da-da. And where you go, I'll follow. I will follow you. Follow you wherever you may go. You're singing it with me. But today was just the craziest thread of this connects to this, that connects to this, that connects to this. Now, Spirit showed me some of them, and then y'all showed me some of them in the chat. This is what, I love y'all for many, 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 many reasons. We truly are the Wild Pack. But man, when y'all see stuff like that and you're like, hey, Mama Bear, it's that. I'm like, ooh, you are totally right. I totally see that and I feel it and I get it. And then Maureen was just off the chain this morning, y'all. I'm a moderator, Maureen. She's she's everybody's moderator. But she was just, there is nothing that Maureen can't connect spiritually. And Lord knows it'll have truth to it. She can just, I don't know. She sees things that other people don't see. That's all I can say. And so thank you for that, Maureen. Thank you for showing up and helping us out. But this afternoon, I did this reading. Well, Spirit and I did this reading. Here we go. I'm just going to take a deep breath and I'm going to tell you honestly what happened. So I said to this person, do you have an affinity for out west, like in particular the desert? Absolutely not. That's a no. I don't think that's true. No, she says, I no. And we'd had a whole conversation about water signs, the whole 9 yards. Okay. I was like, well, let me ask Spirit for further clarification. And here's what happened in my psychic eye. Roadrunner, if he catches you, you're through. Pyong! And Roadrunner said, meep, meep. Right through my psychic eye. And then, pyong! Here comes Wile E. Coyote right behind him. Now, that really could sound like I've gone off the rails. However, and I probably have. However, when I asked for further clarification, because I told her, I was like, this is what I'm seeing. You don't seem like a cartoon person. Nope. Shook her head. Nope. I sat for a second and Spirit totally unfolded the message in front of me. I was like, take this as you will. But let me ask you a question, because as you all know, I'm an evidential psychic medium, shamanic journeyer, practitioner. That's why I was telling y'all on the live this morning. I love the encouragement that y'all got. And I have absolutely every faith that that is exactly what you heard and exactly what you felt. And if we'd been in a class and I would have said, that is really awesome of your guides to give you that kind of message. Now ask them for evidence. Ask them for something you couldn't possibly know. So Gypsy Nana, I gotta believe I can say your name, Gypsy Nana, because you're all everywhere on the chat. Gypsy Nana wrote, I see wind chimes, because the game was, if you can give me evidence and then give me the message of that evidence, something for me, I will, because it's free Tarot Fridays, where I starting today, by the way. It's a new tradition starting today, where every Friday I'm going to give away one of my deck, the special deluxe edition of the deck that I read from, which is the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, my own I'm trying to be Vanna White. I'm not really good at it. My own award-winning, best-selling, history-making deck, and it is an $80 value, and I'm going to even ship it to you for free, right? 2 to 3 day priority. So, Gypsy Nana says, well, I just keep seeing, I don't remember if she wrote that she was seeing or hearing or both wind chimes. And I was like, funny, you should mention that, Gator Nana. I waited for a bunch of people to fill in. And I was like, I have an Amazon screen right up on the other side of me. And I've been looking for a couple, 2, 3, I've got 2 or 3 or 4 of sets saved in my, on your list. And I was like, I'm trying to decide which one to buy. Knowing me, I'll probably just buy them all, put them all different places. I love wind chimes. I love sound therapy is my jam. I don't do it, but I love to get it. And wind chimes are sound therapy to me. So that was evidence. So when I asked Spirit for the evidence of what does Wile E. Coyote and Road Runner have to do with this old gal? And all of a sudden I would show, what's the phrase that I'm so resistant to? Those of you that have known, those of you in for real in the wild pack, inner child. I'm dead. Because D-E-D dead. I can't, it just irks me. Somebody told me once upon a time a better phrase for me to use for that. I'm not making fun of it. I'm not disparaging anybody that does their work around that or uses that phrase. I'm not. You do such crazy deep sacred work. I honor that. Yes, I do. It's just that word is really overused, like chakras and auras. I see your aura. Really? Prove it to me. So Spirit said, this is about the inner child. And literally any cartoon, any animated movie, any animated TV show that she resonates with, she should watch tonight, tomorrow night, on a traditional Friday, Saturday, it's movie day, it's, whatever day, and put treats in front of you. Like, I don't know, whatever you wouldn't normally, or whatever you really would only do as a treat. Maybe you would only crank your house down to 65 degrees and curl up in your flannel jammies as a treat when it's 1,000 degrees during the summer. Maybe you would only eat tater tots. I don't, y'all. So please email me, hal@wildpackwisdom.com, hal@wildpackwisdom.com. Cause I was just shown a big old plate of tater tots with some of that really awful processed melted cheese on it. Like the stuff you, or Velveeta. That's what it's either Velveeta or it's that really, really not real queso that like Frito-Lay puts out or something. And I just saw somebody sitting there with a big old plate of extra crunchy tater tots, but they can't be too crunchy. They're not mushy on the inside. You're very particular about your tater tots and you love cheese on them, but you don't really like real cheese. You like imitation cheese. There, one of y'all out there is a tater tot cheese freak of nature. I love it. Let your freak flag fly. So this is going to be a short message today, y'all. Cause honestly, it really is about that. It really is about you. If you want to call it the inner child, that's fine. But too many of the wild pack have not laughed and giggled and just had snot come out your nose because you're just having such a good time and you're laughing so hard. You don't care that your face is purple. You don't care that, you're crying the ugly cry because it's so funny, not in a traumatic way, but because it's so funny. It's been too long. You're not allowed anymore. You are not allowed to be Eeyore or Droopy Dog. You're not allowed to be any of them. It is time for you to laugh, have a good time. And for whatever reason, it is very specific to cartoons and animated movies or TV shows. Honest to goodness. So let's say there was one that you've been wanting to watch. And, we as adults, we get amused by something and then we're like, well, I'll watch this instead, or I'll watch this instead, or watch this instead. Don't instead it anymore. Don't I'll watch this instead it anymore. Please do yourself the favor. Pick the cartoon, movie or TV show, the animated movie or TV show, and go on about your merry business. And one of those animals will speak to you as the animal that you are supposed to be working with at this time, or to allow in at this time. So very spirit animal-ish, right? Now, here's another thing. When people ask me to journey to get their spirit totem and power animals, I'm going to get them the spirit totem and power animals that are showing up for them at that moment in their life, which I've found is based on what you need, because the spirit animals are not going to just show up just because you don't like this one and you'd rather have this one. That's not how it works at all. However, I will tell you that the ones that you want to show up when they will show up when you need them most. When you need them most. And I will tell you how that manifested this afternoon. Same reading. We get through the reading and I'm like, do you have any further questions? She says, well, I'd like to know which animal is my spirit animal, my power animal, my totem animal. I said, duh. Didn't we just go through all that? Yeah, but I want to see if there's one that's been with me the whole time. I said, okay, let's call this what it is. You want me to connect with the animal kingdom to not prove in a negative way, not prove in an ugly way. Like, I don't believe you, lady. You got to prove it. It's not about that. It's about you're going through, I don't think I said this, like a little bit of faith, a crisis of faith. It's not about that, but there's a believing thing that's really this person's having a tough time with. Just meaning believing in spirit, believing in miracles, believing in metaphysics, believing in this person's chosen form of spirituality. Yak. I'm not diminishing her experience in any way. But as she started to nod her head, yes, I said dolphin, just like that. She said, what? I'm like, true or not true? Well, I didn't know for sure, but that's who I've always wanted. And I said, then how is it you haven't known when all this time Dolphin's been trying to get to you and talk to you? Well, that's back to the belief thing. So here's what this has to do. There are times when if you go to a magic show, you want to try and figure out how the magic's done. Okay. But don't blurt it out for everybody else to hear. That's like telling somebody that there's no Santa Claus. First of all, that's not true. Second of all, because Santa is a thought form, and Santa evolved from several very real people across several different cultures. Santa is real. That's number one. The Easter Bunny is real because it's a thought form. So on and so forth. If you're not willing to even entertain that those things might be true, it's been a long day's night and I've been working like a dog, which means you are putting yourself through unnecessary angst. unnecessary churning, burning, rolling with the river, rolling with your thoughts and emotions, because so because I said so, and I'm Mama Bear. Dang it. So oh, did y'all hear that? I was channeling my mama. I was channeling my mom. Oh, I'm sleeping in tomorrow, just so y'all know. I for real am. Don't call it. I'm gonna turn everything off. Somebody's gonna have to come. I don't know what y'all are gonna have to do to wake me up in the morning, but I'm gonna be sawing wood with Princess Hops. So, all of that being said, there's something that you don't believe right now. It's a story. It's another person. It's a story you're telling yourself. There's something you don't believe in. It could be another person. It could be a situation. It could be yourself. It could be so many things. All I can hear is I believe songs going through my head. I believe in life after love. That's a terrible Cher impression, but this morning it was a pretty good Elvis. Cher's channeling Elvis. But I believe in life after love. I believe I can fly. I believe. That's from Shrek. I believe. And Donkey's doing that little dance. Bernadette's going to be watching Shrek tonight until she goes and falls right in her water or whatever she falls. Probably I'll fall right into Hops. But, and I still have a little bit of a concussion from banging my head with my sister earlier. If y'all were there, if you weren't, watch the live. Oh, she's going to watch that video, my sister, and she's going to text me and be like, I will be over in just a few minutes and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about you telling that story on camera. Okay. I'll be gone. I'll be at the ice cream parlor. So you all are too beautiful of spirits to not believe in the magic, because you are the magic. I just don't know any other way to put it like that. You are the magic. So go on ahead with your bad self this weekend. Be the magic. Believe. Watch cartoons. Watch animated things. See who talks to you as a spirit animal. I want to know who it or a power animal or whatever. And I want to hear about it. Please go over to wildpackwisdom.com/forums and tell me who showed up for you. And if you've got any questions, I've got to Ask Mama Bear Anything thread going on over there. And people were a little afraid at first to start asking questions, but now they are coming in and I'm like, ooh, dope. I got to keep up with it. And I am working on it. So I love you all very much. Have a great weekend. Please tune in tomorrow for the Sunday ceremony. It's a special class with the indomitable mother of animal communication, the queen of animal communication, the inventor of it in the new age spiritual. Let's put it this way. She brought animal communication to mainstream. The grand dame, Penelope Smith. I'll bet a dime to a note and a bunch of y'all know her. She's one of the wisest, strongest. She's about as big as that. She's about as big as a minute. And the power that comes off of Penelope Smith, all I want to do is genuflect and say, yes, ma'am. Watch that video tomorrow. You don't have to watch it tomorrow, but, watch it on, because when we talk about animal communication, baby, we're gonna light your fire. That's it. I love y'all very much. Pick up a copy of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the little ringy-dingy bell thingy to get your alerts. Please give a thumbs up to this video and more. Please. I ask a lot of you. Well, I really do. Please share my videos on social media. Let's introduce tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people to tarot, to spirituality, to metaphysics, but most of all, to spirit, totem, and power animals, and in the shamanic way. And as always, do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild. Meep, meep.